Happy New Year, my friends. Did you know that the Daft Days of the new year just ended? Did you even know that the Daft Days were a thing? Daft is spelled D-A-F-T, the Daft Days of the year. Here's the deal. Here's the history behind it. In Scotland, the period between Christmas and the Monday after New Year's. So it's actually the day after Christmas, December 26th, until the Monday after New Year's is known as the Daft Days. These days, they're a time for fun and family and relaxing and avoiding work if you can. Now, I know some of us don't have a job that we can really avoid work, but can we back off a little bit? Can we enjoy the family? Can we enjoy the kids? I mean, here in the United States, this is a normal time for us to back off of work a little bit if we really can, to take vacation days because the kids are off of school, because it is the holiday season, because we are traveling to see family. It is that time that we really do celebrate Daft Days as well. We just didn't necessarily know it was a thing. Well, why is this important and why is it valuable? Why is it such a valuable opportunity that the Scottish people have embraced it? Well, here's why. It goes back to our brain. Our brain needs a break once in a while. Why is it so important to give our bodies and our brain a break? Well, first of all, it creates more resilience within our brain. And seriously, it is rebuilding the neural pathways in our brain. When we can give our brain a break, it's rebuilding and creating more resilience within us. It also improves our focus. I mean, how many times have you taken a good nap and you feel so revived, you can go clean the house. You can take on another project. It really improves our focus and it prevents anxiety and fatigue. Anxiety and fatigue, those are byproducts of a stressed brain. So when we give our brain a break, we are removing that fatigue. We're removing that anxiety from our body, from our brain, which in essence boosts our performance. Now here's something really fun. There are some articles, actually in the biomedicine documents, there was a study done back in 2020, so it's pretty recent. And what they learned was constant, sustained activity creates such stress on our brain, it accelerates aging and creates inflammation. I mean, all I really heard is it makes my brain older. That's not good. That constant stress, that go, 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 that going from project to project to appointment to appointment, to not even giving ourselves time to breathe. That's not good. Bottom line, we have to learn how to slow down if we want to look and feel really good and even younger than our actual age. Have you ever done something like maybe drive somewhere, maybe drive to work or drive home? And you get somewhere and you don't even remember the route you took. You don't even remember how you got there. I remember one time I was traveling and I was living in Iowa and I was coming over one of the bridges. It was the middle of the day. It was a work day. I was working on in a different state actually. And I was coming over the bridge and I drove home instead of going back to work. Not purposefully, totally not purposefully. I actually didn't even realize what I was doing until I was sitting in my garage. It was 2:00 in the afternoon and I thought, what am I doing here? I'm supposed to be back at work. Well, it's a thing and I know you've all experienced it, right? What happens really is our brain was on autopilot. We just went into that habit mode. I wasn't intentionally thinking. I was just relying on what my brain already knew. When our brain is on autopilot, it pays less attention. It's just going through that script. It's just going through that reel. It's paying less attention. So by taking some brief breaks, like at a stoplight, taking some brief breaks actually avoids our brain from going into autopilot. It avoids our brain from paying less attention. It clicks our brain back into gear to focus, pay attention. get back into the productivity and the success that we need. So my friends, Daft Days of the year are over with. They were over the Monday after New Year's. But not really. We get to choose a Daft Day for ourselves every single week, and we need to choose a day of the week where we relax. We focus on family and fun and friends and not working. We need to do this to avoid the burnout, to avoid that overload and overwhelm. We have to give our brain a break. Now, not only in our week, but in our day. Do you have a space? Do you have a time of the day where you can really just rest your brain? Maybe close your eyes for a little bit. I mean, really, a 15-minute cat nap isn't a bad thing. It's really, really good for your brain. Or just sit. No screens, no noise. Just sit. Give your brain a break. Your brain has to recalibrate all those neural pathways, has to reconnect so that it can pay more attention, pay more focus, give you the success and the focus that you need to get through the rest of your day. We need to slow down if we want to speed up in our production. Pull out your calendar. What day this week is going to be your Daft Day? Look at your schedule for today. When are you going to give yourselves 10 or 15 minutes to regroup, re-energize? Make it a great week and a great year by implementing these Daft Days.